YouTube, welcome back to another live stream, everybody. There's some very shocking breaking news. I don't know why these stories are not picking up any coverage. These are the stories they don't want to talk about. A veteran, a United States Navy veteran, was unfortunately unalived recently in the last week or so. He lived in San Diego. He was a Navy veteran. And he was a big Trump supporter. He had MAGA flags, he had Trump flags, he had all kinds of different stuff outside of his house, and he was unalived for his political beliefs by a Democrat. By a demon rat! By a demon. So this flag kind of is honorary of him, even though I knew I had this before him. But we're going to fly this flag for him today, because that is messed up what y'all did to that man. The rise of political violence on the left is very, very up there. The left are getting, it seems, some of them are getting a lot more violent. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I just cannot believe what these people are doing nowadays. I cannot believe it. They're attacking veterans. They don't discriminate. It was another veteran that unalived that veteran. That's the messed up thing. The person that took him out was a veteran, was a Democrat veteran. Hello, Angelova. The person that took him out was a Democrat veteran. So a Democrat veteran, unalived a pro-Trump supporting veteran. All because he loved his country and he loved his president. Is that not messed up? Really, that is some... Think about that for a second. They both served. They both fought for this country. They fought together. These are not the values that the military teaches you. These are not the values that they teach you. You cannot be doing that. That is dishonorable. Now, I can't believe these demon rats took a man's life all because of his political opinions. Once again, I don't want to hear any more bullcrap articles or bullcrap shit about how the left are so peaceful and that there's a certain articles out there about right-wing violence rising. Every single time a Nazi, every single time someone in prison or some kind of incident happens with a KKK member or a Nazi, they count that as right-wing violence. That has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. But you guys didn't count the Charlie Kirk. You didn't count the Donald Trump. You didn't count any of Trump's assassinations. You didn't count Charlie Kirk's assassination, any of that towards the left-wing violence. Y'all didn't count any of that towards the left-wing violence. None of that got counted. And for whatever reason, that was perfectly fine with y'all. That's not fine. But can we get to 20 likes to start off with? Just 20 likes. We're going to go ahead and share this out with a few people, because I do want them to hear the story. That is messed up. Donald Trump's approval rating is 86%, 87%, somewhere around there. 87%, or somewhere around there. Israeli psyop? You don't even know where Israel is on the map. Get out of here. Monster? How am I a monster? For saying the truth? You don't like the truth? You don't like hearing the truth? What's wrong? You guys don't like hearing the truth? What's wrong? Trump won every single swing state. I don't want y'all to forget that. Trump won every single swing state. I don't want you guys to forget it. Trump won every single swing state. Trump won 7 swing states. If Kamala Harris runs in 2028, that's just going to make an easy landslide victory. We all know if Kamala Harris and AOC and Gavin Newsom run in 2028, Trump is going to beat them all. But the real question is who's going to win in the primaries between Kamala, AOC, and Gavin Newsom? That would be the real question. That would be the real question. If they all ran, that would be the real question. Trump is not a Jew puppet. The Jews don't run our government. The Jews don't control our country. Like, is that the only thing people think about now when they think about politics? Are they this uneducated? You do realize you sound like an uneducated, like, fucking lunatic, right? You sound like a fucking red member or something from the Democrats stronghold. Yes, 82% approval. That's what I'm talking about, brother. 82% approval. We won the election. We're about to win the midterms. Y'all are losing the midterms in a landslide. 36% of no, 36, no, actually 37 now. 37 or 38. Trump candidates won in the primaries for the midterms. 37 candidates specifically promoted by Donald J. Trump won the midterms. 30 fucking 7. So I guess he ain't too unpopular. 37 endorsed candidates. 37 endorsed candidates in the midterms that were endorsed by Donald J. Trump. They won in the primaries of the midterms. 38. 38. 38, man. Y'all are mad about that, but it looks like we're about to win in a freaking landslide. Trump is 245 pounds, not 224 pounds, but okay. Double tap that like button, brother. I've been to like around 34 states and 20 countries. So I don't know what to tell you. Trump is nowhere near 367 pounds. I mean, you can look in the mirror probably if you want to see that. He's not 300. I know guys that are about the same height as Trump, and they are way bigger than him in the stomach wise, and they are not 300 pounds. So what can I tell you? But the majority of the country still loves Donald J. Trump. Y'all live in a bubble. Y'all live in a bubble in some liberal city. You live in a bubble. What do you mean your kind? Is your kind illegal alien immigrants? You asked me, do I support Trump kicking your kind out of the country? What's your kind? Is your kind illegal alien immigrants? Is that what you're trying to say? If your kind is illegal alien immigrants, then yeah, sure. You gotta go. If it has anything to do with ethnicity, then no. Why would we ban APAC? What's wrong with APAC? Why ban it? I like APAC. Why would we ban it? They've made our country a lot of money, huh? The APAC has made our country a lot of money, huh? Because APAC made our country about $200 billion in the last 2 years. Not to mention Tennessee sells $110 million worth of their products a year to Israel. So we can keep on going. They created a lot of our military equipment. They created a lot of our upgrades on our jets. They created really great bulletproof or plates for bulletproof vests, plate carriers for bulletproof vests. They did a lot of great stuff Israel has. So if they're pro-Israel, why wouldn't I? How you don't know how much APAC how much money APAC receives from Israel? How much money does APAC receive from Israel? How much money does APAC receive from Israel? Let's start there. Let's start with some very basic questions. Does anybody know how much APAC receives from Israel? Someone says 30 billion. Does anyone else have any guesses? How much money does APAC receive from Israel? Someone said $1. Does anyone know how much money APAC receives from Israel? Well, I already know the answer, and I can tell your answer was wrong. They receive $0. Yes, they receive $0 from Israel. APAC receives a total of $0 from Israel. APAC receives $0 from Israel, meaning they are not a foreign lobbying organization. APAC is not a foreign lobbying organization. They receive a $0 from Israel. Now, is APAC a pro-Israeli a pro-Jewish organization? Yes, of course. And so are Christians. Christians are also pro-Holy Land organizations. They're pro-Israel organizations. Where do they get the money from? They get the money from United States citizens. None of their money, none of APAC's money even comes from Israeli citizens. At most, it would be dual citizens, but I don't know of any dual citizens. I don't care if you spam ban APAC. APAC is never going to be banned. APAC, the government doesn't pay for APAC. The citizens of Israel don't pay for APAC. It's private investors from companies. APAC will not be kicked out. Kicked out for what? What did APAC do? Just because you don't like them? Why don't you go kick out Big Pharma, dickwad? Big Pharma is way worse than APAC, and y'all they ain't do shit about Big Pharma. So y'all ain't gonna do shit about APAC either. What makes this any different? What makes this any different? Y'all ain't gonna do shit about APAC, so you ain't gonna do shit about Big Pharma. Y'all didn't do shit about Big Pharma, so y'all ain't gonna do shit about APAC. Yeah, I know you won't do anything. Y'all been talking for years. Gen Z is the biggest bunch of softy crybabies I ever fucking seen in my life. Y'all cry about every little damn thing in Gen Z. Oh no, the boomers, they fucked us over. There's nothing we can do. The Jews, the Jews. Gen Z is fucking soft. Gen Z is soft and broke. You're broke. Gen Z is broke. And y'all soft. Soft and broke. But let's get to 50 likes. APAC, APAC, APAC. You're just going to sit here and blame Israel all afternoon? I got $50 to donate to come on the chat. Yeah, sure, brother. We can do it for a $50 super chat. Or if you want to send it to my PayPal, whatever you prefer. Zog slave? No, brother. Y'all are just so anti-Semitic. I am a Gen Zer, so I can speak about Gen Z. Yes, I can say y'all are the laziest, most incompetent motherfreakers out there. But the ones that do well, it's not too much of them. The majority of the Gen Zers that are doing well are just all trust fund babies. The self-made ones are like, I don't know. But double tap that like button. It's not the United States of Israel. Israel doesn't run our country. They don't have as much political power as Saudi Arabia in our country. Saudi Arabia has more political power than Israel. So how does Israel run everything? How does Israel control everything? You ain't opening your mind. You ain't doing your research. You're not doing your research. That Saudi Arabia donates like hundreds of billions of dollars a year to us. That's that's pennies. Our APAC is pennies compared to that. Which they don't even receive any money from APAC. So they don't even actually receive any money from APAC. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 50 likes. Israel isn't controlling anything. Y'all are just broke and retarded. Israel doesn't control anything. The reason that you're broke is here. Come here, closer. I'll tell you. Come closer. The reason that you're broke is because you're watching this video right now instead of working. That's why you're broke. I told you a secret that no one else would have told you. That's why you're sitting here blaming Israel. Double tap that like button. Double tap that like button. Secret. A kid can have a job too, and if you're a kid, you should be watching. This is 18 and plus. But plenty of my family started working when they were 10 or 11 years old. You can do something. Nobody's been raised. They all been taken care of by random people and older siblings. Yep, I agree. Y'all are just really angry about Israel. Israel, Israel, Israel. Y'all, you know what? We're gonna turn up on you. You're gonna make us turn up on you, ain't you? Okay, that's what you want. That's what you're gonna get. Activating Zog mode. Zog mode. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. Zog mode. Zog mode. Zog mode. Zionist mode activated. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Zionist mode activated. Zionist mode activated. Beep boop beep boop. Zionist mode activated. P Mert tiny hat. P Mert tiny hat. Nothing wrong with being a Zionist. Nothing wrong with being a Zionist. Israel is not why your gas prices are so high. If you think the gas prices are so high, it's probably because you're lazy. If you were working harder, you wouldn't be worried about gas prices. You will be saying that ain't shit because I'm working so hard. Basically, everything's free. That's what you would say. Y'all are the dog slaves. You just can't look away. You just can't look away, can you? He who blesses Israel will be blessed by God. If you can't afford gas to go to work, then you're working the wrong job. You better get on foot and walk to that job. What is free? Nothing is free. So get the fucking work. The only propaganda here is all these anti-Jewish motherfriggers in chat. Oh, Israel is the reason I stubbed my toe today. Is it? Is it? Is Israel the reason you stubbed your toe today? No. Now is your chance. Now is your chance to do something. Make a way for yourself because guess what? Amazon just laid off a bunch of people, and I know what you guys are going to be saying. Oh, jobs are down. Jobs are down. No, jobs ain't down. There is still more jobs today than there ever has been in history. So y'all can go out and find the opportunity of your dream. You can go find the opportunity of your dream. But guess what? On the same token, AI is taking some of the jobs. Y'all are so incompetent and so stupid in these tech industries. Those days of free are over. I've seen these TikTokers. They have their doing any real work. They're not even communicating with anyone. All swim around and take TikTok videos, and then they don't even have a following on TikTok. And now when they get fired by, or not Amazon, they were fired by Meta. Now when they got fired by Meta and they're deemed useless, they're sitting there crying. Half of them were like, more than half of them were DEI. A lot of them were transsexuals that literally just thought this was a glamour show. They didn't do it. Literally, a quote from Meta was that they created more problems than they solved. They were creating problems from thin air and they were solving them. And then they wonder why the fuck they got fired. They were doing nothing. They were sitting poolside and creating problems from thin fucking air and solving them and paying themselves. AI is going to come no matter what. There's no stopping AI. You can't stop something when the whole world isn't going to have regulations on it. Just like the war on drugs, they try to stop people from growing that green plant, but guess what? The whole world already grew that green plant, and that green plant, developed, and now it's like something way stronger, and that stuff will put you to bed basically now, way stronger than it used to be. So that's going to be the same thing with AI. It's just going to get way stronger and way better than it used to be. If you try to ban it, if you try to outlaw it, that's what I'm telling you guys. In 5 years from now, the world might be unrecognizable. Y'all might be screwed. So now use the opportunities that you have today because there are more jobs today than there ever has been in history. There's more opportunities today than there ever has been in history. Yes, there was a bunch of layoffs at Meta because these were incompetent idiots. They were fools. They weren't even valuable to the company. What's wrong with my internet? Is it good? Is it lagging out or is it good? Let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go. They're saying AI is more dangerous than any weapon. My service is fine on my end. Yeah, the service is fine on my end. What did Captain? My internet's fine on my end. Mine's not lagging on my end. I'm watching it. Lagging, lagging. I don't see any lagging. I'm watching it on my end. What information did I misrepresent? I haven't even been talking about shit except AI and how it can take over in the next 5 years or so. Listen, I don't need y'all to tell me if it was lagging or not. I'm literally watching it. It's not lagging. Lagging, lagging. I don't see any lagging. I'm watching it on my end. I see what's happening. The words are going behind. It. I haven't been talking about shit except AI and how it can take over in the next 5 years. Double tap that like button, guys. We got a bunch of random bots in here. It's crazy. Y'all ever think dead internet theory is like 100% real sometimes? If we actually got any real people out there, drop some super chats, drop some memberships because I'm starting to think that like dead internet theory is real. Most of these people that are making comments aren't even actual people. None of them have profile pictures. None of them have any posts. Like it's literally crazy. These accounts are like practically brand new or they're extremely old. We are not bots. Totally not what bots would say. Totally what not advanced AI bots would say. Oh, we're totally not bots. We're totally not bots. We're totally not advanced AI bots that can listen and hear to you. We're totally not. We're just regular chatters. We are the chat. Like, what else can I say? You guys expect me to believe that? Get us to 50 likes. If you're real, if you're really real, double tap that like button. Let's find out. Or tap that like button. Let's find out. Because I'm honestly getting suspicious. Which one of y'all are real? Which one of y'all are fake? A couple of y'all hit the like button. You are anti-white? Actually, I'm extremely pro-white. I don't want mass migration. It's not about skin color really, but I do want to preserve white culture and white heritage and white ethnicity. I do want to preserve white values and white culture. Don't get me wrong. And if that doesn't happen in America, there's parts of the world where I believe it always will happen. Probably, hopefully. I don't know. I'm worried about places like Russia and those places because if the West gets destroyed and mass migration wins in the United States and those places, where else will we have except Eastern Europe and Russia? And now that Russia is letting all these Indians in and Eastern Europe is letting more and more people in as the days go by, honestly, it could be the end of civilization as we know. There's just like at this point, there's only like 5 to 10 countries maximum that are, with white culture and not mass migration. So and that they're trying to move in different directions and whatnot. You just watched a leftist streamer dox a conservative on stream to 70 people. Oh, here we go. Clearly, politics in the UK is better. Your country has the same two boring Republicans and Democrats. Here we have in UK we have what do you have? The chicken nugget? You want to spam the chicken nugget if you are real? For mass migration, let us know first how many they can stay in your house. The UK, yeah, the UK is kind of a joke. I don't know what's very interesting about your political party. It's like the UK is literally, quite literally, not a real democracy. You guys have a parliament system. Like, what the fuck are you on about? Real democracy. We got some Russians in here. What's up, y'all? The majority of the country loves President Donald J. Trump, man. I don't know what to tell you. What is your question, my guy? If you guys got questions or comments, you can drop super chats. The Epstein files is old news. We already been talked about this. I mean, what do you want me to say specifically? Trump ain't in it. It's not really that complicated. When's your buddy gonna be on? I like him. You're talking about Gandalf? He'll be on maybe today after work. We'll see if he has the energy. We have 7 in the UK. Yeah, that's what we call full democracy. Clearly, Trump is outdated. Sorry, I pressed sent on accident. Yeah, we have more than 2 political parties too, but only 2 are majoritarily funded. We have the Libertarian Party, we have the Green Party, we have many parties. You just don't know about our political system at all. That just shows you right there. But the only 2 that are popular is Republican and Democrat. That's why people think we only have 2, because only 2 are popular. So yeah, we are a democracy. We're not even a democracy, we're a constitutional republic, and you guys are a monarchy. So what the fuck are you we run like a democracy. We're an indirect democracy, in technical speaking. If Trump was in the files, Sleepy Joe would have released them. Damn right. If Trump was in those files, Sleepy Joe would have released them. That's a fact. But who wants to get on the stream today? Yes, but they are not talking about. I dare you to say 5 political parties in the USA. You dare me 5 political parties in the USA? There is 5 political parties in the USA. I definitely don't know 5 political parties in the UK, but 5 political parties in the USA. Okay, we got Democrat Party, Republican Party, Libertarian Party, Green Party, Constitutional Party. So how many is that at? That's 5. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, we have 5. We have at least 5. But let's get to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes, fellas. Well, technically, Epstein never got a trial, so I mean, he got a trial for his first case. He was definitely guilty on that. But as far as his second charges, he never got a case for it. Oh no, he's definitely a piece of shit. I don't like Epstein at all. Epstein's a piece of crap. But I'm just saying he never got convicted on his second charges. I mean, I'm sorry, I recognize Law and Order. I'm sorry, I recognize Law and Order. If you want to call me a young buck, I'm not in my nappies. You're still in your nappies. When you've traveled most of the country and most of the first world, then you can talk about leaving your nappies. And when you've lived in it and lived through it too, you can talk about it. I have not traveled to Iran. Never said I did, but my woman has traveled to Iran. She's went there for a business trip before a couple years ago. I never been there before though. Oh, they would love me in Iran. Iran loves Donald J. Trump. The civilians would cheer me on. Are you kidding me? But the government might try to take me out. I mean, it is a shithole, but there are nice parts of it. But Iran has basically made it a shithole way before the war. They made it a shithole. So I don't know about the USA and the UK doing a deal with Iran. Yeah, Gandalf is at work. Gandalf is at work. Trump is already gonna be president in 2028. Are you really an IDF soldier? Because I would love if you joined my Discord. Because I have a couple friends that are IDF soldiers. Shout out Israel. Please join my Discord and debate or join the community if you have. Join the Discord. IDF is fantastic. Trump is gonna be president in 2028. Oh, y'all are salty. Oh, Trump will be around and he'll be alive in 2028. Y'all will be able to live with it. It's okay. You'll be able to live with it. What backlash? Oh man, it's raining. It's raining, man. We already went over Ben Gavir literally yesterday. He's an idiot. Even Israelis think so. I don't know too much about the guy. I don't know Israeli politics. Literally yesterday was the first time even realizing who Ben Gavir is. You can keep living in Ukraine, but your country's probably gonna get taken by Russia. Let's just be honest, man. Might as well just evacuate now. Unless you're a good-looking woman, it ain't a place for you. I don't mindlessly support Israel. I know all about Israel. Listen, y'all, Israel benefits us in a lot of different ways. Well, why don't you take a look at my videos, John, and look at all the good-looking women I've had in my videos throughout the years, and you tell me. What did this guy say? Seven major parties in the UK is better than 2 talked about parties. I said there's 5 parties. I really don't care what you say about the UK. I don't care about the word democratic. We're not even a democracy. I really don't care. I just care about the Constitution and the way things are written and made in the USA is why our country is far richer than yours per capita. We have way higher salaries. We make way more money, and we have way more innovation than you guys. The world's richest man lives in the United States of America. He doesn't live in the UK. We have the most billionaires in the United States of America, more than any other country in the world. And that's because they were created here, because this is the best system to become a self-made billionaire. Why would I need someone to care about me? The only person that's ever gonna care about you is yourself. As a man, your job, no one's gonna care about you as a man. You have to care about your family and other people. So why would I expect the president to care about me or to take care of me? I care about myself and I can take care of myself. Why would I need to constantly rely on someone like a little fucking feminine bitch boy? Like, what the how the fuck is your thinking process? You're retarded or something? Elon Musk is African. Elon Musk is my favorite African American. Elon Musk is also the most successful African American. Elon Musk is also the most successful African American out there. I've been to Monaco before. Monaco is literally like the size of a city. So yeah, Monaco probably does have the richest people per capita. But we have the most billionaires in the world. and we have the most self-made millionaires per capita than any other country. So Monaco is where people that are already rich move to for as a tax haven and as a living luxury. Uh, Ketamine is actually can be medically induced. So if Elon Musk uses it, I don't really care. I really don't care. Elon Musk is not from Canada. He was born in Africa, therefore his nationality is African. He might have a Canadian passport. If I had multiple passports, does that mean I'm from multiple countries? I can go get another passport today if I have the money. Well, not today. I think the fastest passport you can get, it takes like 2 or 3 months. But if you have the money and you have 2 or 3 months, you can get a passport. He's South African, okay? I know. Oh, you're jealous of Elon Musk. You think you know his life story. You think you know his life story. Elon Musk works harder than you, and you're coping for that fact. It really bothers people when they're out competed by someone like Elon Musk. Does Elon Musk working harder than you piss you off? Does that keep you up late at night that Elon Musk is working while you're sleeping? Elon Musk pays his fair share of taxes. In fact, he pays more than his fair share of taxes. He's paid more than enough in taxes total. Everyone is jealous of Elon Musk because you all are broke and you're miserable. Unfortunately, that's the majority of people out there. They're either A, broke, or B, miserable. And the coping is crazy. Yes, that absolutely is true. Anyone that hates Elon Musk without ever meeting him is either A, broke, or B, miserable. Or three is self-entitled and think they're owed something they're not. This is not World War III. This isn't even a war. This isn't even a war. Hey, keep your profile picture as a Mercedes because that's about as close as you'll ever get to one. Elon Musk is a good person. He's a good man. He's a better father. He works 24/7. He's better than you in every single metric. It's an inferiority complex. Democrats have inferiority complexes. They're too scared to admit that they're inferior and that they're not even working to better themselves. Oh, y'all are angry. Angry, angry, angry. That's all I see. Oh, I'm not a Democrat. I'm just a radical leftist. Okay, yeah. Cry. No, I love my life. I wouldn't trade my life for any of y'all's lives. There's no fucking chance. But let's get to 100 likes, guys. 100 likes. I pissed y'all off pretty much. Well, how about the next time before I piss y'all demon rats off, y'all tell your people don't go around harming United States Navy veterans, you piece of fucking shits. Another demon rat attacked and unalive a U.S. Navy veteran, all because he supported Donald J. Trump. Y'all are demons, pieces of fucking shit demons. I wish y'all would stop coming for these elderly people and these people that couldn't protect themselves. And if you're gonna come for someone, it better be me. It better be fucking me. Because I am tired of y'all demon rats going after the elderly, the women, the weak. If y'all want to go after a conservative, I can tell y'all where I'm at. because I'm sick and tired of these demon rats attacking innocent, elderly, and women. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Name caller? What are you talking about? That's the facts. That's the facts. I mean, everyone wants what Elon has, but no one wants to do the work. Everyone wants to have what Elon Musk has, but no one wants to do the work. That is 100% true. Everyone wants what Elon has, but no one wants to do the work. That's the sad part. That's why I think socialism is disgusting. Why do you deserve a safety net when safety nets never existed in life? And second off, you want me to make a safety net for you with my taxpayer dollars. No, no fucking safety nets. Your family and your friends should be your safety nets, not my money through the government. Your safety net should be your network. If you don't have a family, if you don't have anyone that supports you in your family, then you should be trying to expand your network even harder than anyone else. Your network of friends and acquaintances, whatever you want to call them, but you should be working to get that bigger. That way, if anything ever does happen, which country has the best food? Italy or Georgia? Italy or Georgia? I think Italian food is the most famous cuisine around the world. Oh, Elon Musk did a salute. You won't love him. Oh, Elon Musk is really gonna miss your love. You're so important. Elon Musk just feels like he just needs your love. No, Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck. Neither do I. Go hate on him if you want. If you don't have haters, you're not winning. That's a fact. Luxembourg is a cool place. I've never been to Luxembourg. But you guys still don't have more self made millionaires than us. And Luxembourg is a tiny ass country, if you even want to call it a country. I never been there, but I imagine it's probably not much bigger than Monaco. Georgia, the country. And no, Trump did not break America. Georgia, the country. Yeah, I think Georgia, the country, has really good food. Also, Spain. Spain has really good food too. I would say Spain, Italy, and Georgia. How is Trump 2028 illegal when Trump's already going to be president in 2028? No one's selling America. No one broke America. America is becoming greater every day. There is no problems for me. I don't know what invisible problems Trump is making for you, but my life has gotten exponentially better in the last 2 years. Ever since the end of 2024, my life has been getting a lot better. I would say even before Trump got into office. I would say my life literally started getting better just the fact that Trump was going into office. And November 5th is the day it started getting better. Yeah, my life. The whole country. The whole country. I've been all around the world. I've lived in 3 different countries. Mind you, all 3 of these countries, none of them native languages were English. So how is my life easy? How has my life been easy? I've accomplished way more than you. In way more difficult environments than you. So how the fuck is my life easy? But double tap that like button. India? Well, just enjoy that country. Stay over there, brother. Listen, you guys keep talking about Luxembourg. I've never been to Luxembourg, but I would love to go back. I mean, I would love to go there. I've never fucking been. Talking about go back. Cuba is next. Are we gonna go on a trip to Cuba? I don't even know what that means. This guy says you didn't accomplish anything without likes. Well, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Oh, you just pointed at the flaw with Luxembourg's economy? Collaboration with Ben Shapiro? Yeah, sure. I would do it. I'm not really a Ben Shapiro guy, but why wouldn't I collaborate with him? That makes no sense. GDP, okay, here we go. GDP, the numerator, but are not counted in the resident population denominator, which artificially inflates the per capita figures. Well, that's interesting. So Palestine, you agree with, or I want a one-state solution. That's what I'll tell you. I want a one-state solution for Israel. I think the left are demonic for making fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination. I think they're probably going to burn in hell, and their lives are probably pretty shitty if they have to make fun of someone dying for them to get, fun out of their life. Their lives are probably pretty boring and pretty shitty. Content creators, I can almost say, okay, you're making content out of it, but random people on Twitter and random losers on YouTube that just do it in the comment section, that shit is just pathetic. But the content creators are fucked up and pathetic as well, don't get me wrong. I don't really do free call-ins. A lot of people are, I'm not really doing call-ins right now, but if you wanna join and if you wanna debate with me, we can set something up. I like to pick my guest and my co-hosts, specifically. Sometimes I do call-ins, but it's only, from Discord. But if you wanna debate, you can join that Discord link right there. You can join that Discord link right there so we can set something up. Do you watch the WWE? Not on a regular basis. I've seen it out, of course. It's funny because they don't even know these people in Palestine. They don't know a single clue about how these people are, but they're so emotional. Emotional damage. What am I lying about? I always get these accusations of lying, but no one can ever say about what specifically. This is just another Democrat tactic. Yeah, the Euro and travel Discord. That's it. This is just another tactic from Democrats to try to discredit you. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that link right there. That way you guys can come join in if you want to. Honestly, I don't care who India stands with. I do not care with who India stands with. I just can't believe none of y'all care about the innocent veteran that was unalived by a psychopath Democrat veteran. Thank God Mandami can't run for president. He shouldn't even be allowed to run for mayor. He's not even a freaking US citizen. I mean, he's a US citizen, but he wasn't born here. He wasn't even born in the US. So India takes oil from Russia? Yeah, they do. So why should we care about India? No one's gonna deport Melania. Name calling is what Democrats do. Mandami is a communist. He is gonna ruin us. He literally announced yesterday he's gonna steal people's properties that are not properly managing them right. How the hell does the government get to decide who's properly managing what and just steal their property? Like what the fuck? He said he's gonna bring them in court and steal their property. How the fuck does that work? How are you gonna do that? How is that legally? How is that legally gonna happen, Zohan Mandami? I'm genuinely just curious. How is that legally gonna happen? How are you gonna steal someone's property? Like, you can't just take them to court and what, you're just gonna go and, try to take their property, and when you bankrupt them and they just give you their property or something? What? Hello to Hungary. Charlie Kirk changed her opinion on communism after his death? Thank the Lord, man. That's a real sign from God. Communism has done nothing but destroy people's lives, killed over 100 million people. And all these communists will say was, well, true communism was never achieved. Well, true communism was never achieved because it's impossible to achieve. Because not everyone wants to be equal with you. I don't want to be equal with you. I don't want to work with one big organization of people and we all do equal effort and we all get paid equally. I don't want to get forced to get paid what the government thinks I'm worth. I don't want the government to seize the means of productions. Who wants the government to seize the means of productions of everything they built? That's why no successful person is a communist. No successful person is a communist because no one wants the government to come seize what they built. No one wants that. That's a horrible idea. I don't think everybody loves Donald J. Trump. And if that's not true, then I don't give a fuck. Because the only thing that matters is he's the president of the United States. No more men in women's bathrooms. No more men in women's sports. No more tax on tips. No more tax on Social Security. No more tax on overtime. Lower prices. Rising stock market. But can we get to 200 likes, fellas? If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, you can drop some super chats. If you want to debate, if you want to call in, you can drop a $50 super chat. Well, let's get to 200 likes. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. How long have I been supporting Trump? Ever since he stepped off those stairs in 2015. Ever since Donald J. Trump stepped off that escalator, I mean, in 2015, that's when I started supporting Donald J. Trump. The only people that are locking kids in cages is apparently some Democrat politicians. Allegedly. Democrats are trying to redistrict illegally and they're not going to be able to. That's why they're going to lose the midterms. Donald J. Trump was 10 step ahead of these Democrats. They said, "Oh, we're gonna badmouth Trump. We're gonna redistrict based on race. We're gonna do all this illegal shit, and we're gonna make sure Donald J. Trump loses the midterms." Oh no, no, no! You weren't expecting this. Donald J. Trump is already 10 steps ahead of you, mother freakers. He already knows. He already knows you're gonna try to redistrict illegally. Nope, you ain't gonna do that. Guess what? We won 36 primary elections with candidates that were supported by Donald J. Trump. 36 primary elections won by candidates that were backed and supported by Donald J. Trump. It does not look good for you guys. The states that were about to turn blue, like Virginia, are now looking like they're going to be red in the midterms. You were almost turned Virginia completely blue, or more than halfway blue, I should say, by redistricting illegally based on race. Now we're going to change that. You're not going to be able to redistrict based on race. So guess what? Virginia's going to be Republican. Alabama, Mississippi, all these southern states that Democrats were illegally trying to take from us by giving black people this giant voting power that was not equally distributed correctly. They were giving them more voting power. If we can't section the districts off evenly to make it fair, we're not going to give one race more power. We're going to have to nerf their power a little bit. So it's looking like we're going to win all of the South, even Texas. We're going to win these midterms in a landslide. DEI is absolutely nonsense. DEI is a perfect example of racism against white straight males. And you can actually get reparations for this. You can actually get reparations if you felt like your job was lost to a black man or a brown man because of DEI practices, or because you felt like your job was lost to anyone else, like a woman or anyone else that's in DEI. You can file a law. You can have the White House file a lawsuit for white reparations for you in court. You just have to submit the paperwork and the documents to the White House with evidence. Says who? Says Donald J. Trump. He's trying to give y'all white reparations. Trump is trying to give white people reparations, and he's trying to give January 6ers reparations. And I love Donald J. Trump for that, because blacks don't deserve reparations. They didn't live through any current events. Us white people are the people that are being discriminated against today. So we can give white people reparations today. We can't give black people reparations because that happened 200 years ago. But we can give white people reparations because that's happening today. That is happening today. And I'm not saying there's not racial history and there wasn't past issues with blacks and discrimination. There absolutely was. But today, a black man can do every single thing a white man can do. And the only one that's suffering from not receiving the equal privileges is the white man, the white straight man. The white straight man's privileges are the only ones that are not adding up. Women have better privileges than men. Black women have more privileges than anybody. Trans, black, homosexual women have more privileges than anyone else. So the white man is put last in every single aspect. Every single aspect. But we have all the skills. We are only about 11% of the global population, but look at all the stuff that the white man has built. The white man has built the Americas, North America, South America, Central America. We built all of that. The white man built all of Europe. We built all of that. All the good stuff in Africa, we built that as well. Even the good stuff in India, we built that as well. They built a lot. I'm not trying to take away from what they built. The Indians in India, they built some interesting looking stuff, but we left the most infrastructure. We left the train systems. We left the train systems in Africa. We left the train systems in India. If you guys want to debate with me, you can join the Discord. The Discord link is right there. If you guys have anything you want to say, any comments, questions, drop some super chats. But it's true. We built everything that they have, basically. Like I said, we built North America. We all agree on that. We built Canada, the United States, Mexico. I mean, white people definitely built Argentina, and that's all the way down there in South America. In Central America, Costa Rica, those places, white people also helped build that. We're only 9% of the global population. Us white people, we are the minority in the world. There's only so many good countries a white man can visit today. There is only so, especially if you're a real Christian white man that only wants to be surrounded by Christians, there's only so many good, or you don't want to be surrounded by radical Islam as a white straight man, there's only so many good countries you can visit today. There's only so many good countries. Apparently there's 30. Well, I don't know where that list of 30 is. If you're talking about Europe, those are definitely on there, but some of those are off the list. Some of those are off the list. A white straight heterosexual man, he really shouldn't be going to, some of these places anymore because they have too much mass migration, too much LGBTQ migration. It's just not the kind of place where you would want to spend your vacation. Am I a white supremacist? No, because that would have to mean that I would believe that we are genetically superior, or I'd have to believe in some kind of supremacy, which I don't believe in. That's more than obvious when there has been great foods and great stuff created by many other cultures that I enjoy. So obviously, one culture isn't superior to another, but one culture definitely built most of the modern world. Most of the modern world for sure. But Latin culture is good, but a lot of that comes from Spanish culture, which is again European. So even some of the cultures that I like that are not my own come from my culture. That's a very interesting fact. It's a very interesting fact. And Argentinians have a very European look to them. And as we know, a lot of Germans and Europeans have came to Argentina in the past and interbred, and they are very light skinned Latins. Yeah, LGBTQ migration, like Rosie O'Donnell's. This is for the rich gays. It's like Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen from the Ellen DeGeneres show. They are rich lesbians, so there's a lesbian migration. A lot of lesbians don't have kids, so that allows them to save their money up more, so they can do more. They can travel and relocate much easier. Math was not developed in the Middle East. That's another lie. Some of algebra and some of the Arabic numbers, some of the mathematic formulas and whatnot, and Arabic numbers came from the Middle East. But algebra was not made by a single culture. It was developed through philosophy and numbers throughout many cultures. It wasn't made by Muslims or the Middle East. But as far as the Arabic numbers, yeah, that was made in the Middle East. But that was not something that we necessarily even needed because we still had numbers before then, if I'm correct. But double tap that like button, guys. Let's get to 250 likes. I know we can do it. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, like I said before, social love with some super chats, drop some memberships. Nick Shirley, what about Nick Shirley? Nick Shirley's a legend. He's a genius. I don't know if Rosie O'Donnell has children. I really don't give a fuck. Either way, she kind of looks lesbian to me. I don't know if she's even lesbian or not. But either way, that's just an example. Ellen DeGeneres is an example of LGBTQ migration. It's quite obvious when you travel around the world, there's certain areas that are filled with certain people. There's certain cities that are filled with gays. There's certain cities that's filled with mass migrants. There's certain cities that are filled with, white, straight, heterosexual people. There's certain cities that are filled with beautiful women. And then you got Toronto that smells like feet and curry. Trump's term ends January 20th, 2029. So, yes, he's going to be president in 2029 and 2028. He's going to be president in 2028. That's fantastic. Yeah, Toronto is not cleaner than our cities. What city is Toronto cleaner than? Maybe New York City and maybe Los Angeles, and that's about it. Have you been to the rest of the country? Miami's pretty clean. Fort Lauderdale's pretty clean. Tampa's pretty clean. Fuck, Atlanta's cleaner than Toronto. San Francisco, I don't know. San Diego, probably Toronto is dirtier. San Diego's probably dirty, or San Diego's probably cleaner than Toronto. Portland is trash. I don't know which one's more dirty, Portland or Toronto. But then you got Tennessee, you got Nashville, which even though it's a liberal city, it's pretty clean, relatively to Toronto at least. Hey, thank you. Shout out Kenya. We got some Kenyan watching. Well, let's get to 150 likes, guys. 150 likes. I do not have liberal derangement syndrome. Actually, I love to communicate and talk with y'all and discuss with y'all. That's why you should join my Discord down below. That way we can debate, have some conversations, talk, show some love, subscribe, guys. Let's get to 34,000 subscribers, boys. Let's get to 34,000 subscribers. If you're LGBT, if you're trans, let's debate, because I think transgenderism is just a fad. It's just a popular thing to do right now. See, it used to be popular to wear fake glasses 30 or 40 years ago. A lot of you people that grew up in the 80s and the 90s will remember it used to be popular to wear fake glasses when you weren't really needing glasses. Now it's popular to be a woman when you're not really a woman. Are you understanding? But it's all love. I got nothing against the trans community. It's all love. Do whatever you want to do. It's your body. It's your choice once you're over 18. But if you're doing any kid diddling the kids, stay away from the kids. No gay cartoons. No LGBTQ cartoons. Don't don't cut off your kid's wiener and turn it inside out and fuck them with it. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That's gross. That is what that is what they do when they're doing these surgeries. Because I've been told by the LGBT community, stop telling people they chop off their wieners, they chop it off their wieners. Okay, I won't say that anymore. They don't chop it off. They chop it on the front end and then they shove it inside of themselves. In other words, they basically fuck themselves. So I just want to make that clear as day. But I have nothing against y'all. If y'all want to be a part of that LGBT community, you can. Just no women and just no men in women's bathroom and no men in women's sports. But I think we should cut taxes, not wieners. Just my honest opinion. But like, subscribe, share this, drop some super chats if you guys have some opinions or some questions, and join the Discord. And let's talk, let's debate one-on-one. This is not acting. This is 100%. This is 100% on point, brother. It's not red versus blue. It's not rich versus poor. It's educated versus uneducated. Because if you're educated, if you're educated and realize how the world works, you'll eventually become both, conservative and financially successful, even if you are working the most basic job in the world. If you have the right mindset and the right thoughts, even if you're working at McDonald's, you'll become wealthy and conservative. Every single person that comes to the conclusion of what reality they're living in and understand how the world works, they all become conservative and financially independent. It might not happen right away. It might take 5 years, it might take 10 years, it might take 15 years, but that's true. When you understand the world was not built on liberalism, the world was not built on 20 genders, the world was not built on letting men go in the women's bathrooms, when you realize the world was not built on high taxes and stealing from the wealthy because you feel like you deserve it, when you realize the world wasn't built on handouts and other people paying for other people's health care and all this little bullshit, then you'll realize that you live in a fantasy world, and socialism and being a leftist and being probably worse than an atheist. I can almost understand criticizing if God is real or not, but the fact that atheists care so much that other people care about God, it makes no sense to me. If you want to go be an atheist, go be an atheist, but leave other people the fuck alone. It's the same thing with the trans community. If you want to be trans, that's fine, but go leave other people the fuck alone. Like, it's really that simple. If you want to do some extreme bullshit like that, go leave other people alone. And y'all are constantly saying, why don't you leave them alone? I wouldn't even be mentioning y'all. We wouldn't even be talking about transgenders, not even one single time on this channel, if y'all weren't mutilating children and going in the women's bathrooms and women's sports. We would not even be discussing the trans community if that did not happen. We would not even be talking about that. But there are statistics and facts out there that show that transgender women do commit a lot of actions, a lot of violence in women's bathrooms. But do you want to know how they hide it? Because most transgender women have IDs that say they're men. So when the police come to fill out a report of a crime, when they come to fill out a report of a crime, they put this crime down as a man committing a crime against a woman. So they count that as men entering women's bathrooms. So then when you go and research, transgender women in women's bathrooms, a violent incident, a lot of these cases don't show up because they're being reported as men in women's bathrooms. They're not being reported as transgender women in women's bathrooms because when they fill out a police report, there's nowhere on the police report that says transgender woman. It's either male or female, and it's based on your birth sex. So that's one of the ways they hide the statistics that the transgender women are actually doing a lot of. Some of them, there are many crimes out there reported. I'm not saying it's all of them. It's obviously not all of them. It's probably a small percentage of them out there. It's not all of them. I'm not trying to say they're violent. I'm not trying to say they're dangerous. What I'm saying is there is a group of transgender women out there that are targeting women in a sexual way. They might not even be trans, but they are men dressing up in women's dresses and saying that they are trans, that they are women. You guys can do the research. Double tap the like button. Double tap the like button. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. And if you guys have any other questions, comments, you want to show love, you can drop some super chats, you can drop some memberships. If you want to call in, you can join that Discord link. Don't swipe away because you're going to want to hear the rest of the stuff I got to tell you guys. So take a listen. Don't swipe away. Take a listen, okay? We wouldn't even be talking about the transgender community, once again, if they weren't going into the women's restrooms and if they weren't going into women's sports. These are men. Men. If you want to join into the debate or the call, if you want to chat with me, you can join the Discord for free. We can set up a time and place. You have to go through a vetting process if you want to debate with me, and it's all done in that Discord. But if you want to call in right here, right now, you can for a $50 super chat. They are not women. They are biologically not women. This is a biological fact. Before all this transgender surgeries were pushed, early 1900s, when my great grandma was a kid, by the way, I knew my great grandma. She only passed away when I was about 14 or 15 years old. So I knew my great grandma, mind you. When my great grandma grew up, there was only two genders. And gender and sex were the same exact thing in her dictionaries in the 1920s and the 1930s. Gender and sex were the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Then you fast forward after World War II, they start pushing these transgender surgeries. And they start telling you that gender and sex are different to push these operations and this propaganda. $50 is nothing. That's a discount. That is a discount, brother. That's for a couple minute call-in. That is for a couple minute call-in. Yesterday we charged $200. We did almost a 2-hour debate. So yes, $50 for a couple minutes for a call-in is great. I will even let you go over the time limit. I'll even be generous again today and let you go over the time limit. We've charged a couple people $200 to be on this channel. So if you don't think $50 is worth it, that's a you problem. You just aren't worth it. You just think that your value of adding to the conversation isn't worth $50 to the channel. It's not 3 minutes. I will do $50 for, I don't know, if you drop a $50 super chat, I will give you over at least 30 minutes or over. Depends on what we talk about. At least if it's a good conversation, we'll let it go out for longer. Spam F for fascist in the gifts. He hates it. Stop spamming F. I ain't a fascist. Stop spamming F. Don't spam F. I'm not a fascist. Socialists are closer to no. Don't send a GIF in F. Don't spam F for fascist in the gifts. No gifts with F in them. No gifts with F in them. We ain't doing all that, bro. Stop sending Fs for fascist. Stop sending Fs for fascist. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. I'm not a fascist. Don't send any Fs in chat for fascist. Just because I want to deport all these illegal alien criminal bastards out of this country like today does not mean I'm a fascist. It just means I can recognize criminals. It just means I can recognize criminals. See, we got someone that sent the Bravo gift. No Fs, no Fs, only Bravo gifts. Only Bravo gifts. Stop sending Fs. No more Fs and gifts. Whatever you do, do not send any Fs. I'll send you $5 to talk in Discord. Sure. Drop a $5 super chat. Sure. I'll do it. F for $5? Y'all ain't even dropping them in gifts because y'all don't even have. So that ain't even gonna piss me off at all. That ain't even gonna piss me off. Transgender are not women. I just explained to you the history of transgenderism. When my great grandma was a kid, there was only two genders. Libs have IDS, Israel Derangement Syndrome. Oh, they absolutely do have Israel Derangement Syndrome. They have a big case of Israel Derangement Syndrome. Stop sending them damn Fs, J Money. Gas is actually under $4 a gallon here today in Florida. $3.86. So y'all getting shit on. You know I gotta give Hunter a heart on that super chat. No homo though. We have to pray away the gay for these radical leftist socialist queers of the LGBT community. Trump, I have nothing against the LGBTQ community. I just think they should stay away from children and stay away from children's cartoons. And men should go in men's bathrooms, women should go in women's bathrooms, men should play in men's sports, and women should play in women's sports. It's really that simple. It's nothing too complicated going on here. But can we get to 200 likes? I'm new to an American politics. Why should we support Israel? Because they purchased $200 billion worth of weapons from us in the last 2 years. That was after we gave them a $36 billion basically discount on those weapons. And Israel created a lot of our military equipment, like our upgrades on our jets and on all. Can someone put the Discord in the chat? Can someone spam the Discord link in the chat? Can a couple of the moderators do that for me? Thank you, guys. Like I said, if anyone wants to call in $50 super chats, we're doing it. There's nothing wrong with supporting Israel. Israel is a great ally of America. They're the only ones that fought alongside of us in this whole Iran situation. Their Air Force did. We really appreciate that. Why do you want to F Trump? Why do you want to F Trump? I don't know how you can be happy living in Canada. You must be taking a lot of drugs. You must be pretty, out of it, out of reality if you're happy. living in Canada. If someone lives in Canada and they ask me, if the first thing I would say is leave Canada. I've been to Canada. I do not want to go to Canada again. But double tap that like button, guys. Double tap that like button. W engagement bait. I ain't even baiting you. I'm just the most entertaining conservative on the internet. I'm not even here to the rage bait you. It's just Trump 2028. It is what it is. It is what it says. You know what it is. What caused Iran? 47 years of Iranian aggression towards America. That's what caused it. I love the Constitution. That's why I'm a conservative. That's why I'm a constitutionalist. Canada is for the LGBTQ and it's for the Muslims. Canada is for the LGBTQ. If y'all are gonna start spamming that no audio bullshit, I know you're fucking with me. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me, right? Let's take a look. What's going on? Dude, you're just spamming. No trolls. I'm not muted, brother. I'm just gonna pull it up myself and take a look. Y'all are so dishonest. Yes, what? Yes, you can hear me? Everyone spam yes in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all ain't funny. Bunch of trolly woolies. Trolly woolies! We can't hear you! We can't hear you! Audio is fine. Thank you, chat. Thank you. W chat. W chat. Now, chat, get us to 200 likes. All those people spamming in the chats, get the likes up. And also join that Discord. Join that Discord. We're almost up to 200 members. Last summer we had around, I think, 300 or 400 members. We kicked a lot of y'all out, but guess what? We're back for season 2, baby. We're back for season 2. This is basically season 2 of Your Own Travel because guess what? Canada is a nation of mooches. Canada is a nation of mooches. Why do I owe you an apology? I don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you shit. When are you Democrats going to realize that? Nobody owes you Democrats shit. Wake up in the morning and say you're going to go and get that. Don't ask me for free shit. But we could get to 200 likes. 37,000 Canadians died last year waiting for their health care. Waiting to receive health care. What's up, Wassam? What's up? What's up? Canada has terrible health care. Anyone that lives in Canada that's honest with you will tell you they have terrible health care. Like, it's obvious, dude. I literally seen someone that had what is it called? Ovarian cancer, and they had to leave Canada and come to the United States because they were about to die. They kept getting their lungs pumped or whatever. I don't know what the situation was, and they kept getting kicked out of the hospital. So they just went to America for treatment. It literally happens all the time. Canadians come to America for treatment. So to say that their healthcare system is better is a joke. It's literally a joke. But go ahead and join our Discord. Yes, they do. Look it up. Let's see. How many Canadians come to America for healthcare? I didn't see your question. Rich Canadians go south. Probably. Probably. There is 63,000 Canadian patients yearly that travel to America for healthcare. I Fraser Institute. This is the Fraser Institute. It says 63,000 Canadian patients travel abroad a year for their healthcare. Does that sound like a good system? There's another one that says 220,000 Canadians a year travel outside their country for healthcare. Obviously, their healthcare isn't very good. But double tap that like button, guys. Double tap that like button. I don't care what the percentage is, it shows that their healthcare is not good. If 220,000 of your own citizens are leaving your country every year to go somewhere else to get healthcare, then that shows that your universal healthcare system has failed. Like, that's obvious. There should be zero people leaving a year to get healthcare everywhere else. And same thing with America. I'm sure America has way more people that travel outside. I'm sure the number is way bigger. We have a way bigger population. We have a way bigger population. But the point is, if this universal healthcare shit was the answer to solve our problems, then why the fuck do they have 250,000 citizens a year leaving their country searching for better healthcare in Canada? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Universal healthcare, Canada, where 250,000 citizens a year leave the country searching for healthcare. Yeah, that sounds like such a good thing to do. Such a good thing. But like I said before, subscribe, join the Discord down below. Let's get the likes up to 200. Ireland needs the Make Ireland Great Again movement. I believe that's what's going on. I believe that's what's going on. They go out of the country for healthcare? Probably. A lot of Chinese probably do go out of the country for the healthcare. America isn't controlled by Israel, you fucking dimwit. Stop stubbing your toe and blaming Israel for every last problem you have. Stop doing that shit. That shit is just corny. That shit is corny. Oh no, Israel's controlling America. Oh no, Israel controls Donald Trump. Oh no, I don't like Jews. I don't like it. We love Jews and we love Israel. Am I a libertarian? I'm libertarian on some issues. I don't really identify as a libertarian, but I'm libertarian in some aspects. I never said our healthcare system was the best or better. All I said is Canada's healthcare system has obviously failed. Obviously failed. Double tap that like button. Double tap that like button, guys. Listen, don't worry about my healthcare. Literally, some of my family build all the surgery centers around Florida. So if I need healthcare, I can get it for fucking free. So don't worry what healthcare I have. If I need a surgery, I meant to say I can get a surgery for free or any kind of medical care I need. So don't worry about me, y'all. Double tap that like button. Worry about y'all selves. Double tap that like button, guys. Double tap that like button. We ain't getting APAC money. Other people should get a job. Other people should get insurance and get a job that has insurance if they don't have insurance. What about other people that can't get free surgeries? Well, okay, go out there and get a job that gives you great coverage. Problem solved. Palestine is not being genocided. Palestine can't be genocided because their population is growing. So, no, Palestine is not being genocided. Their population has grown by 150,000 people since the war against Israel has started. So, no, this is not a genocide. So, don't send me no F. I ain't no fascist. Don't spam no Fs. I'm not a fascist. Stop spamming that F bullshit. We ain't fascists. We ain't fascists. We're capitalist American citizens just like the rest of y'all. Unless we got some lazy loser socialists in here. Do we got any lazy loser socialists in here? Anybody? Still not a fascist. Oh, so we do have some lazy loser socialists here. Interesting. Interesting. What about the LGBT community? Do we The Constitution does not allow 3 terms. The Constitution can be changed. There's only one part of the Constitution that can't be changed. Do you know what that is? Do you know what part of the Constitution can't be changed? The rest of the Constitution has been changed 36 times, and Donald J. Trump will already be president in 2028. So don't drop any more super chats telling me Trump can't be president in 2028 because Trump already will be president in 2028. All right? Don't do that. But we're almost to 200 likes, guys. Let's get up there to 200 likes, boys. I'm not trans. I'm not trans in any which way. So stop spamming that shit. Stop spamming fascist. I'm not fascist. Stop spamming super chats about how Trump can't be president in 2028. That pisses me off because he already will be president in 2028. But can we get all the moderators in chat to put links to our Discord so you guys can join? Please join the Discord. Discord link is right there. Join that Discord link right down there. If you want to debate, I'm not a fascist. If we got any socialist, leftist, homosexual, LGBTQs out there that want to debate religion, Israel, economics, socialism, capitalism, any of that stuff, I support all that stuff. We can do it. We can do it. Just join that Discord down below. Just join that Discord down below. We can make it happen. Canada is a welfare country. Yeah, Canada is a welfare country. That would be correct. If you want to debate, let's debate. I want to hear the trans community's thoughts. I want to hear their thoughts. I want to give them a platform. I'm not doing this because I dislike them. I don't dislike them. I don't hate them. As long as they're not trying to go into women's bathrooms, I have no problems with them. But I want to get your message out if you're an LGBTQ, especially if you snipped your wiener. We definitely want to hear that bullshit of you telling us why you think you can go in the woman's bathroom. Join that Discord and let's hear it. Let's hear why you think you deserve to go into natural born freaking debate contrapoints. Counterpoints. We want to know why you trans people think you can go in the woman's bathrooms. We want to know. So please join the Discord. Join the Discord. Tell us why. No, we're not going to let people do what they want. We're not going to let men go in the women's restrooms. We're not going to let men abuse women and men abuse children. No, we're not going to do that. This is the wood chipper tribe. Do you know what the wood chipper tribe is? Wood chipper tribe. I love Trump too. Can someone put a Discord link in chat? Can any of the moderators put a Discord link in chat? Because apparently they just keep saying mine's expired, even though it says it never expires. Here, let me put another link myself. If you're part of that LGBT community and you've chopped that wiener, I want to know why you think you can go into a woman's bathroom. So join that Discord and let's give you a place for your voice to be heard. It's nothing about hating on you. I ain't gonna hate on you. We ain't gonna take this personal. All we're gonna do is debate about the LGBTQ issues that you love so much where you think you can walk into my woman's bathroom. You think you can do that? This is not pre-recorded. I read the comments. So join that Discord. There's a new link. I'm not a woman, but I'm here to represent the women that don't want y'all in their bathrooms. And if you want to be put on the phone while debating me with a woman that doesn't want you to come in their bathrooms, we can do that too. We have plenty of women that we can connect you with if you want to debate us about why you should use a woman's bathroom. Rather, it's my woman, my mother, my aunt, my grandmother. I don't want any men in the bathrooms with any of them. Even some of my female friends. I don't want men in your bathrooms at work. Hell no, that should be illegal. What channel do I use to debate? You can go to the main channel, the chat channel. You'll be seen. I don't care about one single crazy trans woman saying that you should let them come in, or any quote unquote woman that says they should come. You don't stand for women. The majority of women do not want men in their spaces. So one crazy ass whacked out woman does not stand for the rest of the woman. Just because one crazy woman says a man can come into her bathroom doesn't mean the rest of the women want the men to come for. Come in there. No. It is illegal. It is illegal in the state of Florida for a man in a public park to walk into a woman's restroom. It's illegal in Florida. Why should, if trans women are so scared of men, that's why they can't use the men's bathroom, then imagine how the actual women feel when a trans woman goes into their bathroom. Imagine how they feel. If trans women are so scared of men, they can't use the men's bathroom. Imagine how the women in the women's restroom feel when the trans women come in there. And what about all the women out there that are being harassed at work or have to feel uncomfortable at work because of trans women, men, they're really men going into their bathrooms? You know, I know that are going through that. Too many. One is too many. I don't care if it's 100, 1,000, it's irrelevant. One is too many. Bigot alert! Bigot alert! Just because I ain't gonna let y'all use the bathroom with my woman, my friend, or my mother, or anyone related to me, does not mean I'm a bigot. But if that's what a bigot is to you, then that's fine. I can live with it. I can live with it. Y'all just seem not to really think or care what other women think. And when you talk to transgender women, they tell you they don't care. They're not there to make other women feel comfortable. Okay, so why should other women let you come in their bathroom to make you feel comfortable? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? But join that Discord link down there. I'm not a feminist because a feminist is a utilitarian, and a utilitarian person believes that men and women are equal. And I do not believe men and women are equal. I believe women are better than men in some regards, and I believe men, in most regards, in a lot of regards, are better than women. But they are not equal. They are not equal. I'm not a utilitarian. Why would I say men and women are equal? Probably none of the women watching right now are stronger than me. That is just a fact. What average woman is stronger than a man that's 6'5"? That's just not something you're really gonna see. That's like less than 0.01% of the female population. No one has the same skill sets, but skill sets are related to gender. Just like skill sets are related to I don't care if you can bench press 400 or 500 pounds. It's gonna be a lot different when you're in a boxing ring with a man. But let's get to 200 likes. I'm sure there's plenty of women that can bench press way more than me, and if we were in a boxing ring, it would be over. Strength isn't the only thing that can sit physical like how much you can lift isn't the only thing to consider when you're talking about, a confrontation or a boxing match. I don't even bench, and I'm not triggered. I know I can be a bench at least 300. And I know I'm physically, in an altercation, a physical altercation, I'm stronger than 99.9% of all the women on the planet. If I'm stronger than 85% of all the men and I don't even bench, then what? I'm 99.9% stronger than all the women? But join that Discord, let's debate. And if you talk about it, there's actually I have a side. If you guys want to talk about articles and studies, let's talk about articles and studies for a second. Because I was arguing with a feminist yesterday, and the feminist I was arguing with yesterday was saying that women have a higher pain tolerance. Can we have any of the moderators put the Discord link? And spam the Discord link. We got quite a bit of people in here. So I told the moderators if they can come in here. Well, for me, it's working perfectly fine. If y'all can't join, I don't know what it is. Okay, so as I was saying, we were having an argument yesterday. We were having a debate yesterday, and I had the source out somewhere here. I'm trying to find the source, but the source I sent was that men can have a much higher pain tolerance. Men have a much higher stress tolerance. That is a fact. Men have a higher pain tolerance and men have a higher stress tolerance. And that's for a damn good reason. Imagine if some of these 10 out of 10 models were as intelligent as someone like me, then this whole world would be fucked up and ruled by women. This is just God nerfing. This is just like him nerfing people. But double tap that like button. If that 10 out of 10, that's bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. That's facts. If that 10 out of 10 Russian model was as intelligent as me, yeah, she would probably be running shit. Well, someone is double tapping your gay ass, so I know that's a fact. No, it is bullshit. It's not bullshit. Why do most men run the world? Why have men always ran the world? And why do men still listen to women in their lives that are beautiful, but they don't have enough intelligence and competence to take a man's job? If y'all had the same beauty, if y'all 10 out of 10 models had the same beauty that y'all have with the intelligence of mine, yes, you would rule the world. You would be a billionaire. I'm sorry. It would be easy too. That is the facts of the world. That is the facts of the world. Double tap that like button. If you think you're smarter than me, join the Discord. Let's debate. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. Let's have a genuine discussion. Let's have a genuine discussion. I'm not trying to belittle anyone. But get the likes of 200. You left me a text on Discord. Well, it must be on one of my other accounts or something. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Free Chud the Builder. Free Chud the Builder. Y'all want a free Chud the Builder? Genuine $50 discussion. It's free. If y'all want to call in a debate, you have to go through the vetting process. So let me explain how it works again. If you want to debate me for free, all you gotta do is join that Discord, get in contact with one of the moderators, let them know what you want to debate about, and you can debate for free. Now, if you want to skip the vetting process because it might take a day, it could take a couple days if there's like 20 or 30 people online, but it takes a couple days. But if you guys want to skip that process, you can drop a $50 super chat and you can skip the line. But if you have a good story and if you have a good topic and a good story, we're gonna push you to the front of the line and you're gonna be able to debate quicker. So it can be free if you have a good story and a good topic. Or if you just want to debate me, there's people out there, there's a line. I don't like to scream, brother. I don't like to scream, Jeff. But there's the Discord if you want to debate. It's not a scam. Every single person that has ever paid me for a debate will tell you they've gotten it. No, they're all live debates. You got to join the Discord for a vetting process, and then we do a live debate. Every single debate is live. Name your favorite topic, probably illegal alien immigration. And I would really like to do a breakdown on why illegal alien immigrants are bad. Stop crying about the $50. If you don't have it and you're broke, stop crying. You can join the Discord. I just told you. I just told you. If you want to debate and you're broke, you can join the Discord. So no reason to cry about it. Trump is never going to be removed from office, brother. I hate to tell you. You're asking for welfare? We're not going to give you any more welfare. Oh, you said I'm an immigrant? You're right. I am an immigrant. I've lived in 3 different countries. 3 different countries. So yeah, I am an immigrant. Trump's never going to be successfully impeached. Democrats fail at everything they do. That's why it's a failed ideology. Love Trump, love USA and Metallica. Yeah, Metallica's awesome. Appreciate the super chat. The left are absolutely destroying this country. I don't even know why leftists on YouTube say, I'm getting censored. I'm getting censored. I have a hard time believing that leftists that are making political content ever have any kind of complaints or issues on the platform at all. There is the Discord link sent by J Money. So if you're saying it's expired or doesn't work, quickly scroll up and get that link from J Money right there. There you go. There is the link. Join that Discord. Let's get the Discord going. Republicans do not have all the political power. And if you think that, then you just don't know about the truth. Lol, lol, lol. What the fuck is this weird gift that you sent? There is the Discord link if you guys want to join. Remember, we need to deport all the illegal alien immigrants, stop migration, stop men from going into women's bathrooms, stop the transgender cartoons, and we need to bring back, we do need to bring back more of a Christian nation. I'm not saying that we need to be all of a Christian nation. I'm not saying we need to be a white nationalist Christian nation. That's not what I'm saying. We don't need to be white. We don't even need to be nationalist. We don't even need to be Christian. But all those things are good, but I don't believe our government should force you to be them. But we should reinstate those values back in our community. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm healing y'all for free all the time. Join my Discord. Join the Discord. I'm not saying we need Christian nationalism, but Christian nationalism is good. But double tap that like button, join that Discord right down by there. What is wrong with colonization? Colonization has built the beautiful world we live in. Colonization has built that beautiful world that we live in. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Colonization built that beautiful world we live in. Christian nationalism is actually what built our country, brother. You might want to read a book or two. Just like, being a national Islamic in Saudi Arabia or Iran has probably built their country. But join that Discord, brother. Like I said, join that Discord. Let's get some debate, some conversations going. Such an entitled viewpoint. We are better now, therefore past crimes are good. It's not a crime. I don't consider it a crime. A war is a war. Conflict is a conflict. It's not a crime. If you want to call it a crime, then I really don't give a fuck how you feel. There was no laws back then. A fucking crime is a human concept. So there was no fucking laws back then to say differently. So the fact that you think it's a crime is idiotic. There was no fucking laws back then. And even if there was, a crime is just a man-made human concept. I don't give a fuck if it's a crime. Conquering has built this whole world to what it is now, and I like conquering. I like what it has built. I like what conquering shit builds. Get us to 200 likes, though. No one's getting shot down or deported for being black. That's just bullshit. That doesn't happen in 2026. We're gonna get to 200 likes now for sure. Since bro hated on me for that, I'm gonna make sure we get to 200 likes. You didn't conquer anything. I don't know about that. You should ask your mom about that. Saying I didn't conquer anything. Go ask your mom if that's true. Who the fuck is this smug? It's Euro and Trump, smug. Well, last time I checked, none of the fucking 10 commandments says, thou shalt not conquer. I never saw that on the list of fucking commandments. Double tap that like button. We're almost to 200 likes, brothers. Who is the architects for the Transcontinental Railroad? Who is the architects for the White House? I don't give a fuck who moved the stone. Who gets their buildings put on? Who gets their names put on skyscrapers? The architect or the slaves that build it? Who actually built it? The architect. The slaves weren't smart enough to build shit. Brother, we're literally just 5 likes away. I don't know why y'all are doubting us from getting. It's like any little thing we try to do, y'all doubt and say we can't do it. I mean, obviously, we're gonna hit 200 likes. Obviously, Jesus was absolutely not black. Like any little thing they cry and whine about. Oh, he's not gonna hit 200 likes. Oh, boo hoo, boo hoo. Jesus was not Palestinian. Palestine didn't exist until 639 years after Jesus already died. You are an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Retarded low IQ comment. Does it matter what color Jews was? I don't think so. But Jesus was not black. Black Jews do not exist. Palestine didn't exist until 630 years after Jesus died. Look it up. You are a moron. You don't know the history of Israel. You don't know any biblical history whatsoever. Trump did not marry an illegal alien immigrant. You lost all your brain cells a long time ago. Egyptians are not black either. The only black people in Egypt were slaves. I got my 200. Do I feel like a man now? No, I feel like it's helping my channel. That's what I feel like. But on my end, it says 199. So who wants to be the 200th like? Palestine was created 600 years after death. I've already Googled it. I've already extensively researched this. Palestine didn't exist until 600 years after Jesus died. Palestine only existed after the Ottoman Empire came and grabbed parts of Israel and took their land. You don't even know the history about it. You're just a retard. Race does not matter, neither does skin color. But there are crime statistics that are very accurate when it comes to those kinds of things, if you really want to get into them. Jews have always been in Rome. The Romans conquered the land. Why would I glorify Rome? I look at the Pope now and he's a fucking demon. So I know that Catholics are not the true religion. I know being a Catholic is not a true religion. Go ahead and drop your link. Go ahead and drop your link. We literally went over the history yesterday in a 3-hour episode. And Philistines are the Greek people from the island of Cyprus. Philistines are not Palestinian. They're not even Arabs. The state of Palestine was not even officially established until 1988. It's never been its own nation or state. Well, it's been a mandate, which I guess is kind of like you can Google this yourself. Philistines were Greek people. I never got your source, by the way. I thought you told me that the Palestinians were there first before the Israelis, which is bullshit. Philistinians did not create Palestine. They lived in they lived in Israel. I don't even think they lived in parts of the West Bank. The map's not even the same. But they lived there. Yeah, that land has always been used for guests. See, I'm not even going to argue with you. You don't know anything about the history. Catholics got their paperwork. Where is yours? Christians, do you have sacraments? Sacraments? What do you mean by like sacraments? What sacraments are from Catholics? Yeah, we have sacraments. We don't believe in miracles. We don't believe in those miracles that you we believe in miracles, but we don't believe in like miracles like the shit that you're making up. Like I think miracles have happened, but it's just not the shit that you're making up. But we have sacraments that are sacred. That is right, little blue gecko. That is right. Oh, boo-hoo. Trump put his name on everything. They're gonna cry about that. Oh, we need Mar-a-Gaza, Mar-a-Largo. Listen, if you want to debate about Israel, you can join the Discord. I don't have much steam left to repeat the same things I've already stated 100 times. Arabs didn't even come to Israel until 600 years after Jesus died, and Palestinians are obviously Arabs. But we're at the 2 hour mark, guys, so I think we're gonna hop off for a little bit. We will be back for our regular stream at 4 or 5. I mean at 5 Eastern Standard Time, probably around there. Go ahead and join the Discord and prove your point then, or come back to the next stream. We'll be around, guys. Actually, we'll keep streaming for a little bit more until we get it's for about 5 or 10 more minutes, maybe. Actually, nah, we're gonna hop out of here. We're gonna hop out of here. Peace out, though, fellas. Peace out. Much love.